The thing is, we now live in a sort of information-fragmented society. Everyone can follow their own little versions of truth down different wormholes. There isn't a kind of collective consciousness anymore. And people look back nostalgically to in 1978, a single episode of Morecambe Wise on the BBC got 28 million viewers, the most amount of people that have ever watched anything. And this is sort of held up as this example of an apogee of, social cohesion. But it doesn't really prove anything, because back then there was no DVDs to watch, there was no internet, and there were only 3 TV channels. And on the other 2 channels was a documentary about Canada and a painting of a clown sitting near a blackboard. And that got 27 million views. That doesn't really tell you anything, And young people today, they will boast to you, won't they, about how they're not part of a collective experience. They don't even have terrestrial television now, the young people. I don't even have terrestrial television anymore, mate. I didn't know what that is. Just watch the internet, Netflix, Sky subscription cable channels. I don't even know what the terrestrial television... I don't even have the thing that you need to get that. I don't even have any eyes to see it. I just have stuff shot into my brain through a ray from space. I don't even know. You might have the internet, Netflix, Sky subscription and cable channels too. There's some really, really good stuff on the internet, Netflix, Sky. It's really good. It's not just loads of graphic novels from the 90s adapted really badly. English public school boys playing hard-bitten New York cops. There's all sorts of... There's some really good stuff, actually, mate. There's some really good stuff on Netflix, internet, subscription, Sky channel. There's Game of Thrones, Stu. Have you seen that? Yeah, Game of Thrones. Have you seen that? It's really good, actually. It's the most popular... It is, Stu. It's really good. It's really good, Game of Thrones. It's not just about a gnome, Stu. No. He's a dwarf anyway, you're racist. It's really good actually, Stu, It's really good, Game of Thrones. It's not for children, no, Stu. It's not like Harry Potter. No. There is magic in it, yes, there is magic in it. But, what I would say is, what is magic anyway? It's just like magic's maybe just like a science that we don't understand yet. Once upon a time, people would have been scared of a sandwich toaster. You know what I mean? So it's really good, Stu, the Game of Thrones. I don't know when it's set, Stu. I don't know when it's set. Could be in the past. Could be in the future after Brexit, I don't know. There's a big wall across the north of the country. No one's got any Toblerone. So it could be after Brexit. It's really good actually, Stu. No, it's really good, Game of Thrones. It's not just about a magic dragon flying around with a hat on. It's really good, Stu. It is. Game of Thrones is really good because it's really clever actually, Stu, because Game of Thrones is about politics and history and things like that. Game of Thrones? Peter Stringfellow's Lord of the Rings? Bilbo Baggins and the Spearmint Rhino? Have you actually watched Game of Thrones? No, I haven't watched Game of Thrones. Because I can get the same experience from sitting around with a Terry Pratchett novel in one hand and a copy of Hustlers Barely Legal in the other. Have you actually watched Game of Thrones, mate? It's really good. No, I haven't watched Game of Thrones. If I want to understand the ongoing clash of dynastic powers while simultaneously being mildly sexually aroused, I'll forcibly dress David Starkey in agent provocateur underwear and pay him to pole dance with Simon Sharma. Have you actually watched Game? No, I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I have not watched Game of Thrones, and I shall never watch Game of Thrones. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crown and win no glory, and I shall not watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, you like that, don't you? You know what? I don't even fucking know what that is. Listen, Game of Thrones fans. I copied that off the side of a mug in HMV. and I don't even know what it is, okay? You can do 10 minutes on Game of Thrones, and all you need to know is something you read on a mug, right? That's all you need to know. You actually watch Game. No, I haven't watched Game of Thrones. If I want to understand the ongoing clash of dynastic powers while simultaneously being barely semi-tumescent, as usual, I'll read Tolstoy's War and Peace while sitting over the wheel arch of a diesel-powered double-decker bus. Yes, mate, old school, analogue. All the old fellas in tonight. In the old days was better, wasn't it? There was no internet then, just go on the bus. Hey, I've got a joke for you, right? I've got a joke for you. Do you know, I'll tell you what, there's so many naked young women in the Game of Thrones. Just checking back there for the old PC brigade. Lurking in the wings, Gary Lineker's Stasi thought police. I'll tell you what, there's so many naked young women in Game of Thrones. It's hardly surprising, madam, what stunted Tyrion Lannister's growth. They were wanking, ladies and gentlemen. He wanked himself into being a dwarf. He was 6'6" in the pilot episode. Hang on a minute, Stu. Wasn't that a sizist joke about the dwarf community? Yes, it was! But I ridiculed the dwarf community in order to satirise the ongoing sexual exploitation of young women in mainstream media, so it cancels it out. It's the kind of split-second collateral damage decision Frankie Boyle has to make every time he opens his mouth. Who decides, Stu? Who is the moral arbiter of right and wrong in stand-up comedy? Who is the self-appointed sole judge of morality in stand-up? It's me, I am.